What up, everyone? It's Mad Dog. So, this is going to be video number 4. I don't know how many parts this is going to take, but I'm kind of enjoying doing it, so it will take until I'm done. So, right now, with the Blu-rays that I've been showing, they are my movie series. Or except for like the Stephen King ones, because I like keeping them together. But these are the ones that normally would be separated because of the way that they're done, if some people did it that way. I've already explained how I do my stuff. I'm a little odd, but here we go with video number 4. This one should be a little bit shorter because I did part of this row in the last video to finish up my Stephen King's. So, let's get this started. First Blu-ray in this video I'm going to be showing is Bumblebee. Me and the wife saw this one in theaters. Pretty much enjoyed it. John Cena's character was okay. I liked her. Of course, I like Bumblebee. So, this is the first of the Transformers movies. Then, okay, and before you guys say it, yes, I know this is the last Transformers movie made, but timeline, this is the first. Then you have Transformers, the first one. Which I really enjoyed. I've enjoyed all of them, for maybe the exception of one, and I need to fix something real quick, so hold on. Sorry, my paperwork was out of alignment and it drives me nuts. Shia LaBeouf did a good job, so did Megan Fox, but Megan Fox got fired after the second movie. I guess because of some comments that she made on Twitter, and had her falling out with Steven Spielberg and Michael Caine. But eventually, I guess they worked it out because she's in both of the Ninja Turtle movies. I would have liked to seen Megan Fox come back for all 3 movies. But, you know, it is what it is. But I actually think that the Transformers is Shia LaBeouf's best acting work out of the stuff I've seen. I haven't seen everything that Shia LaBeouf has ever done, so I can't speak for all of it. And Michael Caine does a pretty good job directing these movies. They get a lot of crap online about how bad they supposedly are, but yet they keep on making the movies because they keep on making money, so they can't be that bad. Moving on to one of my 2 favorite out of the series, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. I really enjoyed this one. I thought that this one and the next one is the best out of the 6. Well, one thing I forgot to mention about this one, I like the fact that the teaser trailer is even shown in the movie. And most of the time, teaser trailers are not shown. Then you got Revenge of the Fallen with, good old Optimus Prime right here. Megatron dies in the first one, but they find a way to bring him back by the Allspark. I enjoyed basically every character, even the ones that some people consider a racist stereotype. I don't look at them as being related to any people. I just look at them as being stupid droids. Stupid robots. They're comic relief. But moving on to the next one. This is the only one that I own in 3D, because that's the only way I could find this at the time. And that's Transformers Dark of the Moon. This one was also really, really well done. The one thing that I don't get is whatever happened to Shia LaBeouf's character, Sam Witwicky. He's, a big part in all three of, these Transformers. But then Transformers 4 comes out, and he's nowhere to be seen. He's not talked about. Is his character dead? Did he just, decide I'm done with all these damn robots freaking up my life? So, I don't know. If anyone knows, leave a comment down below. Then moving on to Age of Extinction. The first one was Mark Wahlberg in it. And this one was good. It was not as good as the other two that I said are my favorites, but I still enjoyed it. I love that Grimlock is in it. Out of the Dinobots. He was always my favorite Dinobot. I don't care for the new look for Optimus Prime in truck mode. Basically, they're trying to make him look like a hot rod diesel truck. My personal opinion, it doesn't look very good. People might disagree and say it's one of his best looks, and if you disagree, you're right. But I don't care for it. One thing I do like about the Transformers movies, though, is they're loosely tied into the old cartoon series with Optimus Prime. He's the only one that I'm aware of, unless I'm mistaken, but he's the only one that actually does the same voice from the old cartoon, and the actor has actually portrayed the voice of Optimus Prime for years. It's probably going to be like the main thing that he's known for when he does finally pass away. But he's got like such an iconic voice for Optimus Prime that I don't really see anyone else really doing the voice. Even though I know it has happened, but I just always think of Peter something, I think his name is. But moving on to the last of the Transformers. This is my least favorite out of the entire series. I didn't care for this one as much. I didn't like the fact that they basically made Optimus Prime the bad guy for a bit. It seems like Michael Caine. Michael Caine didn't really want to direct this one. I think he was pretty much told he had to, like in a contract or something like that. I could be wrong. But there's a lot of things that they didn't really get right. Like Megatron's back, but they never explain how he's back, because you have Galvatron in this one, Age of Extinction, and he's never killed or destroyed or anything like that, but yet in this one it's Megatron again. They don't explain how that happens. It's just, he's there. I do like also in Age of Extinction. Yeah, Age of Extinction. For a while, they show Optimus Prime as his, I think it's called T1 form. It's the original flat nose diesel truck. The one that he was in, like, the comic books, the original toy, all that. So I like the fact that they did that. I actually have the action figure from the movie up in the closet in its original box, but it's not sealed. I have opened it and played with it, so it's not like I kept it sealed. I took it out, I had it for display for a little while, then I put it back up in the box and put it in the closet. But this one, it just seems like they didn't know what they were completely doing in this one. A lot of my friends who likes the Transformer movies didn't even really care for this one. When I bought it on a whim, not knowing what to expect, because I never saw this one in theaters, where I saw all of those ones in theaters. So this is the only one out of the 6 Transformer movies I did not see in theaters. I still enjoyed it. It wasn't as bad as a lot of people made it out to be, but it's also not the greatest. But that's my Transformer movies. Then, going into one of my favorite new horror franchises. And this is the Conjuring universe, starting off with The Nun. Again, I know you guys might say that that's not the first movie in the set, but I do this off a timeline, not the way they're released in theaters. But this is The Nun, where the demonic nun is terrorizing a town, and it's set back in I want to say 1958, I believe it is. What I could have done is wrote the stuff down. I could have looked into that part at least, but I know they're making a sequel. I don't know when it's supposed to be out. I thought it was good. I know I say that for all my movies, because pretty much I like all my movies. There's not a lot in my collection I don't care for. But that's The Nun. I enjoy the entire series. I think director James Wan, I am probably horribly hacking his last name, is a pretty good director and producer. But next you go on to Annabelle Creation. This, in my opinion, was way better than Annabelle. And out of the 3 Annabelle movies that has been made, I think this one's the best. I like how the slipcover makes it look like it's in its lockbox. Well, it does that too on the, right? Yeah, it does that too on the DVD, or the Blu-ray case. But I think Annabelle Creations was a very well-made movie. Me and the wife saw this in theaters on our 8th anniversary, I believe it was. 7th or 8th, something like that. I think. Was this the one? I can't remember now, but I think we... Actually, no, that was The Nun that we saw for one of our anniversaries. I know we saw this in theaters. I just don't remember if it was just because it was out or it was anniversary or whatever it was. But Annabelle Creation pretty much shows how the demon takes over the Annabelle doll And I like that they don't try to make it like Chucky, where it's constantly moving around and talking, and they make it more, I guess, almost believable. I personally don't believe in that kind of stuff. I do believe that there's heaven and hell. I believe that there's demons, but I don't believe they can take over a body. But I do believe they can influence you to do stuff. They can talk you into doing stuff. I personally don't believe they can take over a body. But that's just my beliefs. But I think this is just a well-made movie. I think this might be one of the best in the series. Then you have Annabelle. Annabelle was okay. It is not the best of the series. I enjoyed it. But out of the 3 Annabelle movies, this one is by far, in my opinion, the worst. Even though it's still good, it's just not as good as Annabelle Creation. But this is the 3rd one in the timeline. Then we go on to The Conjuring. The first actual movie in the Conjuring universe, but the 4th movie in the timeline. Now, I think they're good movies. I think this one was better than the sequel. And don't know what's going on with the 3rd one, other than this whole virus thing has pushed it back a year. It was supposed to come out next month. Me and the wife are going to go see it on our anniversary, but yeah, that's something I don't feel like talking about because that's just going to stress me out more. But here's Annabelle. Here's The Conjuring, which has Annabelle in it. This is the movie that introduced Annabelle to the Conjuring universe, but she's only in it really the first 10 minutes of the movie, if that, and a little bit towards the end. But again, good movie. Well acted out. Moving on to the next one. Wait. Are these out of order? Somehow these got out of order. But that's not the last one. Oh well, I just have to show it the way I have it. Next is Conjuring 2. I do believe this is supposed to be closer to the last out of the timeline. But I think they're out of order. I should have looked at that beforehand, but too late now. This also introduces the nun. She starts off as a painting. And again, she's not shown that much in the movie. But she's shown enough where I guess enough people liked the character and they made the movie of her. There's Conjuring 2. Then it's the 3rd and final for now of the Annabelle movies. Annabelle Comes Home. This is set in the current timeline where actual Was it John? No, I think it's Susan and their characters. I know their damn names, but my mind's playing stupid again. Oh, here we go, let's see. Ed and Lore. Yeah, I'm not going to try to read it because I sound like a fucking idiot. But Ed Warren and his wife are actually in this one. Not for that much, though. They're only really in it like the first 5-10 minutes of the movie and the last 5 to 10 minutes of the movie. So maybe 10 to 20 minutes altogether. And another really well done movie. I still think that Annabelle Comes Home, or Annabelle Creations, was better. But Annabelle Comes Home is a good movie as well. Then we have one that I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'll say the American version of the name. And I didn't even know this was part of the Conjuring universe. I didn't even remember seeing trailers about it. I just happened to finally just see something like, oh, there's another movie. So this one I did not see in theaters. But The Curse of Love. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to try to pronounce that because I don't know how to. Actually, I think how I found out about this is I was looking at some of the people and going back to Annabelle real quick. He's in the movie. The father. And that's how I found out that this movie was, actually part of the Annabelle timeline. Let me look at something real quick, guys. I'm going to put you on quick pause. Alright. It was bugging me, so I had to get these back in proper order. So, I'm just going to have to edit this together, even though I hate doing that. So, here goes the proper order. Hold on. Alright, here goes the proper order. You have The Nun. Then it goes Annabelle Creation, Annabelle, The Conjuring, and this is the timeline order, not the order that came out in theaters. Annabelle Comes Home, the English version of the word, The Curse of the Weeping Woman. I just looked it up. I do not know how to pronounce that word. And then The Conjuring 2, which I was right, is the last one in the timeline. I know for the Conjuring universe, it's... If you go to look at Wikipedia, under Conjuring Universe, they have Crooked Man listed, but then again, they've also had that listed for a while, so I don't know what's going on with that one. They also have The Nun 2, untitled for right now. Untitled Nun sequel. And, The Conjuring 3, otherwise known as The Devil Made Me Do It. Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It. Again, as I previously stated, that was supposed to be out next month, but crap happened. This virus happened. And yeah, so that's it for the Conjuring universe movies. Now the last two I'm going to be doing for right now, and then I'm probably going to end the video there, because I don't want to make it super long. Luckily, last time it actually seemed to download pretty fast when it was over 40 minutes, but I've had some that just doesn't want to do it, so depends on what my internet feels like doing. These two are technically not horror. I do not own the first one of this series on Blu-ray, but I do have it on DVD, so at least I have the whole series. I just haven't got my hands on this on Blu-ray. So we have Split with James McVeary. Again, reading sucks. There's his name. This was really well done. He did really good job playing multiple personalities, or there's a different term they use, but multiple personalities is something that I actually know a little bit about. Myself, I don't have it. I've been diagnosed as borderline personality disorder, but as far as multiple personalities, I don't have it, but my mother did, my birth mom, who's now gone. So I dealt with multiple personalities as a kid and didn't understand what the hell was going on because, I'm a young guy. But Split was just really well done, how he went from character to character to character, how he had a little kid in him, and that is true stuff. Now, how they do it in the movie, they worded it something different. I don't know how accurate that is. Like, they're saying that one of the characters has diabetes when the rest of them don't. That, I don't know if that's actually possible. That might just be Hollywood being Hollywood. But then again, I could be wrong. I guess it could be possible, but I don't know about it. But as far as like having a little kid and stuff like that, I mean, even my mom's cats knew who was who, because there was one, I don't know her actual name, but she was referred to as the Queen Bitch. When that personality came out, my mother's cats all ran and hid, because that personality didn't like anybody. Cats, people, nobody. So, but he did a really good job. And then the shocker at the end of the movie, because this is done by M. Night, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. I always hack the hell out of it when I say it. Actually, I'm going to try to pronounce it, but I'm going to hack the hell out of it. M. Night Shyamalan. Like I said, I just hacked the hell out of that name. I know. I didn't know, like anyone who saw the movie, because I didn't go and watch anything that gave away any secrets or nothing like that. Sometimes with some movies, I'm so dire to see it that I do watch, YouTube videos that gives away the plot, because I'm just so wanting to know what happens. This I did not. We saw this on one of our anniversaries, and I found it very interesting how, in the long run, this was a sequel to the movie Unbreakable. Because you see Bruce Willis's character at the end of the movie. He's in this movie, but only for like less than 5 minutes. At the very end. So I found that very interesting, how this was a sequel. I love how he plays multiple personalities. I think he has 22 with the 23rd coming out in the movie. They don't show all 23. I think they only show about maybe 10, not including the Beast. With the primary one being the woman. God, I really gotta remember freaking names. But it was still a good movie. And then the last one I'm going to do for right now is the sequel, which is Glass. And if I'm being 100% honest, I liked the movie, but I was a little disappointed. I did not like how they killed basically everybody off. Well, the three main characters, Glass, the Beast, and all his other personalities, and Bruce Willis's character, I think it's John something. Let's see if it says in the back. Mr. Glass, Samuel Jackson. Oh, David Dunn. That's what it was. I don't like that they killed him off. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, it just... Out of the three, I think it goes in the exact order that they came out in. Unbreakable was really well done. Glass, or Split, was an unexpected sequel that I didn't know was part of the Unbreakable universe, or as I worded, Unbreakable Chapter 1. When I have it listed in my DVD list, or Blu-ray list, I do Unbreakable Chapter 1, which I have over there on... Oh, just to show that I actually have it. See, Unbreakable. Which this is actually still in its original case. But I just don't have it on Blu-ray like I need to get. But at least I have all three movies. But when I do eventually get it on Blu-ray, how I have them, going to have them listed is Unbreakable Chapter 1, Unbreakable Chapter 2, Split, and Unbreakable Chapter 3, Glass. It'd be interesting if they did a fourth movie, but I doubt they ever will. And up to this date, these are the only sequels that he's done. M. Night Shyamalan, however you pronounce his last name. Which I found interesting, because I know he was supposed to do a sequel, like a trilogy, for the movie The Last Airbender. And a lot of it looked good. But the thing that drove me nuts about that damn movie is the entire time they said the main character's name wrong. His name is Aang. The only time you ever hear his name correctly said is if you watch, like, behind the scenes with the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender. They call him Aang, his actual freaking name. The entire time in the movie, They call him Ong. I mean, I love that that TV series so much. I have, see if I can even see it down here. There's Avatar: The Last Airbender right there. I need to get Legends of Kira, or Kara. I think it's Kara. But I just haven't gotten that yet. And unfortunately, 2 of them have passed away. But my rats, 3 of them was named after the series. With one exception left. There's only 1 still alive, unfortunately. Which Prince Zuko was my favorite out of the 3. But he passed away. Hey, Drake. This guy right here. Come here. Oh, don't fight me. This is Appa. And he's the only one who's still alive out of Appa, Zuko, which was his brother, and Momo, which is their father. Out of that whole family, I've only got the 5 boys left. I just recently lost the last daughter out of the family, who was Elsa. She just passed away like last week, which hurt. Because I love these guys, as I've stated in other videos. But, so at least, hey, you guys can still see I have rats. They're making their cameo for today. Watch your face. But, that's how come, you know, I love basically the point is I love the TV series, and I was really hoping to love the movie, because the trailer looked really good to me. But then everything went downhill from there, and yeah. But that's all for now. I'm gonna do more later. But this is my Blu-ray collection, part 4. And as I predicted, I got yelled at for a comment that I made earlier. Not my fault, she's a pussy. I think she's a little too tired to realize what I said, so I'll get yelled at again later. But this is Mad Dog. You're watching the Mad Dog Show. I hope you guys are liking these videos. I'm trying to put out more stuff, what I can do. As I've stated before, I can't do a lot of unboxing because I don't have a lot of money, especially right now. Money's tight. Supposedly we're going to get another stimulus check, I'm hoping. And when I do, I can pay off some bills and get some more movies with that. But for now, Mad Dog, signing out.